Hi guys, welcome to Full Time Devils. I'm outside Old Trafford. I am with Stephen of Howson. 3-1 today against Sunderland. Happy Christmas, that, innit?
Yeah, mate, not far off. Right in between what we both said, wasn't it, really? You said 3-0, I said 4-1. It could have been, should have been, probably... Should have been more, yeah, should have been more. Despite what the stats say, a goal and 2 assists. Latan was poor today, wasn't he? He was well off the pace.
I thought United were a bit off the pace today as well.
I thought that culminated in him. I thought everything that came through him at the end, he almost didn't look arse, but he also didn't really... just didn't click for him. I don't think it's because obviously he's not a shit player. He's what his goal tally is at the moment is mint for us, mate. Absolutely mint. For a free transfer, you can't argue with that. I'm buzzing for him. I thought early on in the first half, I thought Moyes just allowed us to come at him. The entire team was behind. Even Defoe was sitting in the line. He wasn't waiting in a channel. He wasn't looking to maybe counter-attack with him or anything. He just literally shut up shop. David Moyes' cowardly way to come to Old Trafford to try and get a point. At least
I've seen him do that a few times at
Old Trafford as well, yeah. But I thought, especially with Defoe, causes problems at times.
He's a quality player though, Defoe, isn't he?
He's underrated, mate. And do you know what? When he went to the MLS, I remember people giving him a load of abuse, like, "Oh, finish, mate, go to the MLS." Do you know what? He makes this place look like the MLS with a goal tally that he's got at the moment. Massively underrated player, especially for the age that he is, still doing it, still having that sort of sharpness and ability in and around the box. He looked like a threat every time he got the ball, and he looked like he was causing us problems, but they didn't support him. If they'd have supported him, they could have caused us problems, but again, that's Moyes all over the place, isn't it? He didn't really commit forward, didn't really have any sort of game plan apart from trying to hoof it up to the smallest man on the pitch. If he had a game plan in him, if he had a playmaker, then they really could have caused us some problems, so at least he didn't. 3 points, one game at a time, as we said, mate, taking it one game at a time. Arsenal have got out of jail a little bit, 86-minute winner for them against West Brom, otherwise they'd have been dropping points and that would have been massive for us, I think. Someone's going to drop points. Obviously City play Liverpool soon as well, so I think we just got to keep doing what we're doing, keep turning up, keep putting these teams to the side, 3 points and keep marching on. But how good is Mkhitaryan, mate?
He's amazing.
He is amazing. That goal was ridiculous for a start.
Minus the goal, when he came on, because before he came on, I felt like, oh, Sunderland are going to score here. And then he takes the ball down, pings it nearly bottom corner. And he changed it because we seem to go on the front foot and Sunderland were on the back foot rather than us waiting for them to equalise.
We've said it a few times, haven't we? And it's brave. He's a brave player because he wants to take people on. That's hard to do. It's easy to stand here and pass the guys that are in space and then receive it and then give it them back. And that's easy to do, isn't it? It takes bravery to put that at risk. You've got to give risk yourself, but you've also got to risk losing it. But Mkhitaryan's that good that he very rarely loses it. When he commits a player, he's gone, mate, and he's going past them like they're not even there, mate. There's training cons on Carrington that do more than players that goal tackle him. The goal was ridiculous.
Regardless of whether it was offside or not, how do you feel about that goal?
Offside. I don't care that it was offside.
I'm glad it was offside.
I have no idea how he pulls off goals like that, but like the one that he missed, that would have been a phenomenal goal. Cuts inside, bends it round like that. That was near enough his first touch of the game. He is going to be a difference maker for us. And I think with him on the right, Martial, once he finds a bit of form on the left, because the way Ibra plays, at times today, Ibra was on the same line as Michael Carrick, like just doing some graft behind. And I think when Ibra's doing that allows space. And that confuses the centre halves because they're like, who am I supposed to pick up here? I've got to watch the wings or what? I think if Martial's smart and he looks at the space, he can get in and drift. He's got to play more with him. Once he's started playing with him, he'll start to know the runs to make.
Though I know people will say, oh, Adam, you're getting carried away, but we're seeing this now, and I still feel there's a lot more to come from Manchester United.
Yeah, what would you say we are at the moment? 60%?
Yeah, probably.
We don't look amazing, do we? But we're brushing teams aside like it's nothing. Jesse Lingard, shout out to Jesse Lingard because I thought he was probably the best player until he went off. He was making things happen in a similar way to Mkhitaryan. I think Mkhitaryan just proves the quality that he's got. They're doing similar runs, they're doing similar things with the ball, but Mkhitaryan's just that level above a Jesse Lingard, and that's what happens when a Mkhitaryan comes on. I thought Valencia was quality again.
Who was your man of the match?
Up until Lingard going off, it was Lingard. Once Lingard went off, I don't know, and I think
what do you make of Pogba and Herrera's performances?
Pogba didn't put a foot wrong, did he? Did he play a no-look through ball?
There was one. I always think as well, he had 2 chances he should have scored, but he went to do the let me volley it over the keeper and let me try that. We've had this conversation. Do you think the price tag does play on his mind when he has those opportunities?
I think he's
is that just him?
I think he's a flair player, and I think flair players want to score flair goals, and I think he wants to score a banger every time he gets the opportunity. I was saying to my old man, the crowd shouted shoot in the first half, and I was like he's going to do anything else. There's only one thing on his mind, is he gets the ball on the D and it's bouncing this eye. Forget about it. He's not thinking, who can I play in? He's thinking burst the net, have a match of the day goal. It didn't happen.
He also, what he does great as well is he takes that ball from defence. Now, I compared it to Ronaldo. Now, obviously I'm not comparing Ronaldo and Pogba, they're completely different players. But Ronaldo used to pick the ball up on the edge of the box, gone. We're in their half, we're in their final third. And Pogba did that a few times today. And he's getting us that quicker.
What I would say, he does help transition defence into attack. We move it through the thirds well, nice, and that's something that Michael Carrick does. I love that midfield, mate. That midfield three is perfect for us. It complements each other excellent, and I think they move it through the thirds well. But something I did want to mention actually, I thought Pogba got bullied a little bit in midfield today. I can't remember the name of the players. Number 23 and the guy with the white hair. They bullied Pogba today. They had a little bit of a run around with him, the number 4 as well. They was physical with Pogba. They was going hard in on Pogba, and I thought that unsettled him a little bit with the ball. I think they targeted him because they know that if he gets on it, his distribution's really good and he's going to be a threat. And I thought that they tried to cut that down. I find that great though that you've come out and said, look, there was a lot of players getting in at him today, but then quite a few of them, and you've said yourself, he didn't put a foot wrong, he was man of the match. So that's a sign that he's got through that test, isn't it? He didn't really misplace many passes. The passes that he did was intelligent. In the final third, I think he's trying a lot of risk, but I'm never going to criticise a player for trying things in the final third. Time and a place. You try that in your own box, we're going to have an attitude problem, right? If you're trying that in the Carrick area of the pitch, I'm going to have a problem with it. But you try and do that in the final third of the pitch, I've got no problems whatsoever. That's what you're supposed to do in the final third of the pitch. You can't make chances without taking chances. So I'm happy for the likes of Pogba to go and do that in the final third. But yeah, he was put under it today physically, and I think that's I think Moyes had probably said to him, go physical on him, bully him, see what you can do. He's a physical guy, so he coped with it all right, but I do think that there was times defensively that I thought he got the run around a little bit. But yeah, I said with the ball at his feet, didn't put a foot wrong. Excellent performance again from Pogba.
And now before you go, what are your hopes for 2017 and how do you feel going into the year?
Politically or...
how do you feel?
Here. I feel the way I've always felt, like expectations have changed because of the run of results that we had through October and November, and expectations have to morph with the results, and that's just the way it is. I said at the start of the season we was going to win the league. I still think we're one of the best teams in the league. Chelsea give us a spanking. Would they do that to us if we met this weekend? I don't think they would. I think we look like a different team. I think we've learned. I think they're evolving. We're evolving. And ultimately, I don't think we're going to win a title. I think that's crazy to think we can win the title at this point, but I just want to take it a game at a time, mate. Let's beat Middlesbrough at weekend, and then let's go to West Ham and beat them. Let's just take it a game at a time. Because if we take it a game at a time, we're going to find ourselves in the top 4, and then who knows what can happen.
Thank you.